If you're on the hunt for the ultimate electric car of the era, then your search is over. This video is for you. Now you must be thinking, which one car is this? So, it's the new Renault 5 Tech that I'm going to discuss in today's video. But before starting the video, if you are new to our channel, do subscribe to it so you will never miss any updates in the future. Let's start the video. Massively potent EVs could no longer be considered impressive after a certain point. It was probably around the time we began to notice how many of these cars cost roughly the same as a moon and weigh more than a little moon. However, the electric automobile you see here isn't that kind. You're probably wondering whether you've seen it already, but your mind is probably on the ideal version. This one, which has only been slightly modified, will be available in Renault showrooms in 2024. It is evident that the worldwide parent business Renault Group, which also owns and manages Dacia and Alpine, has accomplished some very commendable feats. However, the traditional Renault range has mostly devolved into forgettable hybridization and EVs, whereas its subsidiaries have prospered as a result of intriguing, inventive goods. The styling of the iPhone 5 very much pays homage to its spiritual ancestor, as we previously knew it would. Better yet, the manufacturer claims that the light signature and wing extenders were added deliberately to mimic the Renault 5 Turbo. Additionally, on what appears to be very wide tracks, the regular 18-inch wheel is flush with the bodywork. It is also reasonable to argue that the most recent 5 are reminiscent of the hot hatches standing. Moreover, while it would be too much to expect a car of the same size, Renault has endeavored to keep it as compact as possible. In fact, at 3.92 meters long, it's 9 centimeters shorter than the current Clio. That makes it slightly longer than the latest battery electric Mini Cooper, but rest assured, that's the car Renault is gunning for with the first model based on its new Ampere small platform. In short, the 5 is a new B-segment electric super mini that takes the place of the Zoe, which won over budget-conscious EV adopters but lost out on heart and mind. Additionally, with the impending release of the Twingo and 4e incarnations, Renault is starting to ignite the vintage EV afterburners. As for the 2021 Notion, which raised eyebrows and touched our hearts with nostalgia, all we know is that not much has changed. With a single motor that is 20 kilograms less than Zoe's e-motor and front-wheel drive, the Renault 5 offers 3 different power outputs. Additionally, it features bidirectional AC charging, so if you buy Renault's unique home wall box and commit to a certain energy plan, you can use your plugged-in R5 as a power bank to charge when energy prices are low and sell it back to the grid when demand is high. Moving on, the interior design is spot on, combining modern elements with subtle allusions to the past. Like the 2-tiered padded dash in front of the passenger, which is supposedly there to protect your head from injury when you lean over to take a bite out of your baguette, and the headliner with the waffle effect that pays homage to the original design from the 1970s. The seats, which pay homage to the R5 Turbo, are masterfully designed. They include robust bolsters but just enough width and smudginess to be quite comfy, especially when covered in this dirty mustard fabric with the 5 insignia. Denim manufactured from recycled plastic bottle covers the door panels, dash and seats of the Techno trim level. In front of the driver is a 10-inch screen with customizable graphics capable of displaying a multitude of information and positioned inside an eyelid to avoid annoying light reflections. The center is dominated by the 10.1-inch infotainment system, slightly oriented towards the driver and once again based on Android Automotive. Always connected, it is also equipped with a voice assistant called Renault, represented graphically by an animated pastel of the Renault logo similar to Clippy on Windows. To activate it, simply say, "Hey Renault." Additionally, it includes ChatGPT's features, an AI bot that is increasingly seen in automobiles. More than 200 common inquiries from new drivers who are getting behind the wheel of an electric car are addressed by it in a way that makes sense. The air conditioning, side window position, driving style, and other features are just a few of the many settings it may control in the car. Physical controls for the air conditioning are located underneath, voice control and several driver aid features are accessible through touch-sensitive buttons located on the square steering wheel. With interchangeable graphics, the gearbox lever is fixed to the steering column. The Renault 5 uses recycled materials for its interior upholstery, such as the denim that covers the seats, which has a sporty wraparound design. To personalize the interior, there are various 3D printed accessories to better organize the central tunnel, where a wicker basket is anchored on the passenger side to hold the very French baguette. When it comes to space, the 2024 Renault 5 still has enough of it inside, even with its shorter length of 3.92 meters and smaller outside measurements thanks to its electric platform. Because there is no central tunnel on the floor, the rear bench seat is more comfortable due to its regular shape. The boot is larger than average with a minimum capacity of 326 liters and a dedicated compartment for the charging cable. Based mostly on the concept, the exterior features are similar fusion of retro and modern cues, though some minor changes were made for production. For instance, the front lighting signatures have been modified, using more traditional LED blocks for the headlight projectors instead of the concept's diffuse units. They're supposed to be modeled after the human pupil because they wink when you approach the car with the key fob and display a little square while the main beam isn't in use. The offset hump on the bonnet, a nod to the asymmetric cooling duct on the original 5, now incorporates a charging indication. Drivers may rapidly determine range without getting in the car or using the app thanks to this indication, which fills a 5 emblem with light to indicate the remaining battery power. The front end, however, still resembles the original 5 with its combination of sharp lines and swooping curves. Though it no longer has the light bar that once stretched the length of the patch, the back is just as true to the design. A slab of black plastic with new 5 badging and the word mark Renault on it has taken its place. Aerodynamics were a key consideration in adapting the concept for production. The roof-mounted lip spoiler, which harks back to the 5 Turbo, nets a claimed 5 miles of range. The mid-range Techno trim's clean-faced alloy wheels gain another 5, and the slated rear light design provides a boost of about 4. Price. Although Renault has not confirmed it yet, all of their hype about this being a game changer for the segment points to a starting price of no more than 25,000 euros. In exchange, owners will receive dual digital screens in base automobiles or 2 10-inch devices or a 7-inch plus a 10-inch unit. However, they are all powered by the same software, Google Apps, and designed with. You can also ask questions to Renault, an AI assistant who is always connected. For example, where the closest baggage shop is located. The first UK automobiles, according to Renault, will be delivered in the first quarter of 2025. That's all. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up.